The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everybody, welcome to the weekly Noyantis Usergroup meeting. Today is the 2nd of March 2020. Myself and John are your hosts. Sorry for the delayed start. I've just been to go and get the inoculations for the trip to South Africa. So, which are all very easy, by the way. Don't want to scare anybody. So, but of course, if you're going, don't forget to at least look them up. Hopefully you've already registered and everyone's going to attend. She'll be checking the list and making sure you are there. So yes, basically that is 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks time. So if you haven't already registered, it is cidc2020.com. I think you already know lots about it already, but yeah, if you're unsure, take a look at the website. Lots of information there, and obviously a great range of presentations and presenters. Okay, so as always, you're welcome to raise the questions, raise ideas, and so on and so forth, and we will open the mics and cover the content accordingly. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry about that. So yes, while we're waiting for questions, I'll give a quick update on where we're up to. So in progress, but very, very close, i.e. hopefully after this webinar, I'm going to stick around a little later today after the webinar's finished, and hopefully try and get 2 updates out. One is the command bars and one is the calendar. Now, the calendar, we covered some of the stuff 2 weeks ago now, actually. And when the update what will come out today won't include the Chilcat auto updating. So for your appointments to automatically sync with Google, but you can expect that before the CIDC event. So within the next 3 weeks, you can expect the calendar update to do your remote updating, at least to Google, and then we'll look at your Office 365 at the same time, or maybe just shortly afterwards. So that's the calendar update, plus changes to the pop-up calendar and so on and so forth. Command bars, it has the major changes to the closed pop-ups. So if you're using the command bars on the frame, which a lot of people do, and I do, and so on, or even in the host window for that matter, and you do switch your focus from your application to another window, like I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Maybe you switch to email or Windows Explorer or whatever, and then you switch back, then the pop-ups could stay open. And this fixes that particular problem. But not only that, it does start to include the new speed enhancement. I haven't got facts and figures yet. I did want to try and get a bit more done prior to this webinar, but I will know more after the webinar. But first impressions are we're going to get a speed increase. I just can't tell you to what magnitude, but it'll definitely be worth the update. So I would definitely watch out for that. So that's the command bars update coming straight after, coming after this webinar. Okay, questions? Just it's either going to be the shortest webinar on record, or or we've got some questions coming in. So, anybody got any questions, enhancements, ideas? Now's your time to ask away. No, still watching. Let's just
quiet
check.
Today.
Very quiet. Very quiet. Good attendees. Familiar names, but no. Yeah, as Wendy just said, it's an early finish. So I'll quickly show you the approach what's being taken. Let me show you something on the command bars. A lot of you will just use embedded code.
Well, I had a question.
Oh yes, okay.
But I think I know the answer, but I have a question. So I was I'm doing a thing with Property Grid where you can select multiple items out of a report control, and then have the Property Grid shrink down and only show the properties that apply to what you've selected. Kind of
a bit like
what the Clarion does, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so that's nice. But one thing Clarion does, which is kind of nice, is that if you say you're selecting 4 controls and 3 of them are hidden and 1 of them is not, then it puts in that kind of middle state
Yeah, the
on the
tri-state.
checkbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, tri-state, exactly. So I was trying to see if I could do the tri-state on the property grid, and I didn't see a way to do it. They seem to have tri-state on the report control, but I didn't see it on the property grid. So I guess I just wanted to confirm that that was in fact the case.
Do you know,
Unless
we just
maybe
close that.
I missed it or not.
I'm
It
unsure.
seems like
to be
they
honest.
have that, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like they should
I'd
have
be
it?
really surprised if they didn't, but well, let's just take a look anyway. Webinars, property grid. Yep, we'll open up one of the previous ones.
Right now what I have it do is if you select two things, then it stops refreshing the property grid. So it,
I understand, yeah.
but it doesn't show necessarily that you selected something that has a different value than the first thing you selected.
Okay, that's just compiling. 1 second.
But it's probably
Yeah,
good enough. It's just be nice if we could do the tri-state thing.
Yeah, we could take a look. That was good. Just got someone just brought me a cup of tea while we're waiting. I really can't fault that. Okay, so we want property grid. Let's just scroll down to a checkbox. So we've got one there, check item. So we've definitely got one we can play about with. Let's take a look at the help. Property grid. And they will have something like an add control. I just want to see about adding the checkbox. I've got at the back of my mind, in the value something like 2, 0, 1, and 2. Just let me
Seems
try
like
that.
the zero comes back as a -1. I didn't try any of the values.
Just let me try. Might just be as simple as
We'll
that.
try it. Huh.
Ah, no, that is a Boolean. That's the checkbox items, which will have multiples. Okay, we'll just add a tri-state. I'm sure I've done this actually, John. That's what's bugging me. Tri-state. We want it to be. We'll try the Boolean. Boolean, yes, no. Boolean checkbox. No, okay. Then, if all else fails, we can read the manual.
Yeah.
Property grid. Bool object. Anything about Boolean true, false? No.
Yeah, this is what I found this, but that's as far as I got. They do have one for the report control.
And do you know what the value is of that? Just looking it up on the CodeJock property grid.
Try looking for tri-dash state. That's what I found.
You found what, sorry?
Oh, tri-dash, TRI, and then the dash. And
Dash state.
Yeah, but in the help search.
No.
Okay, well, I was wrong about that.
Okay, so if it's not one of those, then we'll just go to the checkbox. So that's instead of the bool. That's fair enough. I kind of maybe understand that with the bool. So option displayed as a checkbox or an option. Okay. Just have a quick look at the equates, see if we can find any. Won't be a second, I've got it on the other screen already. Pop up. Oops. Oh no, that's state free. That's a Noyantis create. No. No mention on there in the equates. Item options. That's just to say whether it's a true or false. Okay, let's just change it. Go to ours again. Let's stay with that. Don't want it to have particular options though, that's the thing. Might do it manually. Let's just grab that help, put it on one side. Let's just take a look. If I change it to that, I don't think we'll get any options underneath. Yeah, these are the checkbox options, so you can give you a value of like a binary value, if you will. Just going back to that. Just even looking it up to see if we can see basically anything about tri-state, state-free, so on and so forth. Nobody's mentioned anything about it. I find it hard to believe.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I was wondering if I was just missing it.
So in the report control, does that have it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I guess if you look.
Do you know what we call that? Yeah, let's take it and see if we can.
I remember I came across it. I have to look through the report control checkbox part. I was just going to try to find it.
Because you've got to have the checkbox controls that. Tri-state checkbox property
There you go.
for the report control specifies whether the checkbox uses 3 states or 2.
Off, on, and mixed. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Very good for that. So what about?
You're right. It was number 2 for mixed.
Yeah. So well, apart from anything, why didn't Tri-State find any help when it's blatantly there?
Yeah, I know. It's right there.
So I think they need to rebuild that. Okay. If that's the case, let's go back a level and just do a search for checkbox. So that's report control, markup. the actual suite control itself. Don't really use that. No, item check. Fell into see. Oh, there we go. Property grid. This is where we're starting to move into property grid now. Oh, that's resources. What's that got to do with checkbox then? Ah, it's just overriding the themes. Right, no problem.
I don't think they have it.
Let's go down. Visual styles, align, alignment, visual style again, back color. Command bars. Can't see where that's mentioned in checkbox actually, but okay, must be somewhere. No, that's pretty poor.
Yep.
Let's go back. One last one. We'll just go back to property grid. Follow it through that way. Have a look if there's any flags or fonts or anything like that. Let's see if that helps. Nope. Hmm. No,
Yeah, I think
okay.
it's not happening.
Go under the category. I'll take you to one of these. Let's have a look under this. Yeah, all I can do is really take it from here. Doesn't look it though, does it, to be fair? Just go on to the one other one. Just go on to the forums. And we're just on the forums. Let's just take a quick look under here. Can't believe we're the only one. Really?
What? What?
Really do find it. Oh, they call it a free state. Some requests for future, but this is back in, what's the date of that? 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 6. Maybe they don't. I'm really shocked at that, to be honest with you. That seems like it's a glaring omission. No. You see, certain controls, the thing I'm looking at here, certain controls have different, some might call them options, some might call them flags. You can tell the different people have written the different controls, all under Kojak, of course, but you just put their own like stamp on it, if you will. So I know that this happens to have flags, but it doesn't support. Yeah, it doesn't have that. Add the spin. No, John, doesn't really look like it has it, which I'm a bit shocked at, if you want the truth. But no, I don't see it.
Okay, it's okay. I can just do what I did, but yeah.
The only other option is not show it as a checked. So along the lines of, so obviously this is where a particular item is, you're using a checkbox to take it, and the more you select, you want to show it's a mixture. If it's that, switch its type. So don't have it as a checkbox and just switch it to mixed. You also have, yes, no, mixed, and show it something like that. Or
yeah, try that.
Or where's the drop options? You could turn it into a drop option and have a yes, no, mixed, that kind of thing. Bit crude, but yeah, could work.
Yeah.
Or maybe, what about an icon then? What about you just show a little image? And you have an image of a check, an image of an empty, a blank image, and an image of like a tri-state, and just switch that accordingly.
But if you click on the image, can it act like a checkbox, or it's just an image though?
Yeah, it'd just be an image. Yeah. No, then you would want to use maybe the drop, something like that. So so a yes, no, and mixed.
Okay, it's probably okay the way it is. I mean, I just
because the 0, 1, and 2 would work there.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need to know that it's mixed. You want to set like a group of things to a certain thing. So
what about,
it's just a visual thing, really.
Yeah, what about then? It's a bit crude, but let's see if we can do it. Hang on. Am I thinking, does this actually work? Where's its content? Does it support the actual, instead of being a checkbox, the control handle of another control? Don't know if that's the case. Maybe you can set the handle, and you could actually use a Clarion one there. No, obviously in the task panel you could do that. I'm just wondering whether we could override it here in this. No, you can't. That's a shame. Yeah. So instead of checkboxes, the best you could do there is probably include your own tri-state, if you will, checkbox options. So along the lines of, actually, wouldn't work checkbox options. If you wanted it just displaying as one line, it'd be one of these come up. Yeah, drop list. So along the lines of, Won't look as good, I've got to admit, but yeah.
What's up with the?
What's the one with the no?
Yeah.
Okay, pass. Not sure. Maybe because it's 0. That might be a bug then, actually. In the
Could be.
oh god, yeah, because it's enum. Yeah, maybe not the that will allow you to have multiples of. We don't want that. It is just the. Can I choose enum flags instead of enum? Oh,
There we go.
hmm. Best you can do, I
Yeah.
think. Under
Yeah.
the yeah, not quite as good as we want, but yeah, good.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem.
That was my puzzler for the day. So there you go.
I find it really baffling that it hasn't and got it supported. Yeah, I really do. That's a normal Boolean true false. That's a Boolean displayed as a checkbox. So basically, that we're overriding the flag there of the where are we? Come to an item, a Boolean. We go to that, and that will have inherit everything of the item, but then it will have its extra stuff. And I think on here you can say maybe the edit style. No. That's what I did it. No, none of those. Oh, checkbox style does that. So yeah, true false. To show basically it's still Boolean, but you show it as a true or false. So you've got that. So you wouldn't want just Boolean. You'd want the checkbox, which was what we used a minute ago. But how do we tackle that? It's enum. Oh, hang on a second then. On to edit style. Um, one last thing, and then we'll wrap up on that. But just wondering whether we can still have it defined as an enum, but then give it a checkbox. No. No. No, I think that's
Nope.
the best you can hope for. Could you give it an image at the same time? Don't know if you could. So you could at least give it the appearance of it. No, you can't. It'd have to go as its own actual type of an image. No, sorry, John.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
Okay. Now, Marty asked about the update. Looking for the update on the calendar and the date picker. And yes, as we just mentioned, he's actually left now, but I will send him a message privately. But it's just as we said before, straight after this webinar, I am back on with that. So let's see what we can accomplish and with a view of getting them out today. And then Frank, he's got no microphone, but he's saying, we're doing some updates on the documentation and what the changes are. Well, hang on. When you do the updates, can you do some documentation on what the changes are? Oh, and yeah, it's got a microphone actually now, yeah. Yes, yeah, we'll see what we can do. Yep, no problem. And then we have got a microphone.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Frank, how you doing?
Yeah, hi, John. Yeah, it's just the last time I did the updates, I started using your updated, John. I didn't quite figure out how to get the updates in, but I saw what the updates were, so I was behind on yours, and so I updated. I hadn't done it since November, and but I had no ideas what the updates were, you know. So it'd be a good idea just for future, just to kind of let us know, hey, this has changed, or we've done this or that,
Yeah, well, what we can do, John, what's the state of play at the moment with Update It and the Noyantis template chain? Because obviously this would be an ideal time to, if I'm going to put this in, to include this in the updates.
Yeah, it should be actually downloading the updates in the next half hour, I think.
Oh,
so I get it tested out. So that part will
actually,
be working.
I still need to get a new update to update it because
yeah,
I'm out of date. So how would I go about doing that? And then I can be a vendor and I can put the particular information in. And I think the release
you just have to know the right people, Andy.
Okay. Well, I think on the feed that I send to you, it does have some descriptions. Now, although I think that's just a product description rather than the version history, because we can put in the version history, what's new. But I'm just not sure where would I put that? Would I put it in your system or would I put it in the feed to you? I don't think it could go in the feed to you because we're not giving you a feed per version.
Well, you kind of are. It's whenever you update the version, it's the same feed that comes down, but then I just update it. I put in a new record for each version, but you don't have to. You can just be current all the time. Then I end up keeping it historically on my side.
Could you show us now, or is that putting you on the spot? Mind you guys put me on the spot.
No, it's fine.
let's make you presenter then.
Sure.
If that's what we can do, we'll do that. I mean, I'll still put all the usual places and so on and so forth, but yeah, if we can tie it in at the same time, then you can see it before you bring it down.
What do you mean by the usual places, Andy?
We put it on the news group, obviously, and we always say what the version includes. We put it on our RSS feed. We put it in the Facebook feed. We put it in the LinkedIn feed.
I don't have any of these feeds. Well, I just signed up for the Skype feed. I really don't use Skype, but then
right. Oh yeah, I'm going to say we put it on Skype as well. So yeah, we put it on Skype on the Code.Noyantis. So we put it on Skype. We put it on, like I say, Facebook, LinkedIn, RSS, and the news groups.
Okay. So I have trouble with the news groups. I've never been able to get on, so that's why
if you go to Noyantis.com, let me go to it. Noyantis.com, and I think it's right at the bottom of the page. There is an RSS feed. Oh, yeah. So you've got Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and RSS on the right. So if you click on the RSS, that's an RSS feed, and that always gets updated as well. So, you can see it in there too.
But I'll take a look at that.
Cool. So, John, what have we got here then?
And when Jack is done, I do have one other question.
Yep.
When he gets done, though. By the way, John, I love what you did with the whole program, the look and the feel. And
thanks.
I know Bruce sometimes gets on you for certain, makes
He's
it
always
look
on me about
cold, but
fonts. Yeah.
damn, it sure looks good to me.
I'm going to be biased. I like it.
Yeah, me too. I was just like, oh, damn. Why can't my program look like this? Oh, that's right. 1,000 hours.
You've got the.
I do. And
Well, that can be one of the topics at one of these user group meetings. Let's take your app. Well, take a section of the app. I don't think we'll do it all, but take a section of the app and let's do it live and update it live, and then that'll serve as a template for other parts if you want to.
be great.
Yeah, if you want to prep something, struggle to do it today now, especially if I'm going to get these updates out. But
Yeah.
if you want to prep just one section and say, okay, Andy, I want to work on this one area first, we can do that live. That's no problem.
Okay. Like one of my live programs, just
Yeah, take a backup copy first. but
well,
yeah,
it's
we can say, okay, well, what can we do with this? Bring a screen and say what can I do with it, and we'll make suggestions. We'll all chat openly about it, and then we'll see what we can actually put some of them in place.
oh man, that'd be great. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay.
Because I'm still working on moving some programs over to C11 and doing a piecemeal right now. But on the first one, and that's one of the problems that I'm having, which I want to show you, is I have this big issue where I put all this work into a command bar and switching it over to C11, and then the first guy I put it out to, it broke, and then it wouldn't work on my machine either. I was just like, damn. Months of work into this.
No, but
not 40 hours a week, but a little time here, and then just, oh my God, it just exploded on me.
Okay, well, we'll look at that in a second then.
Yeah. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
So, John, yes, what do we got? And what would I do?
Well, I think it should be pretty easy for you. So I've got these linked up together here, right? So here's your product. Behind here is the, these are all the table names, right?
Got you. Yep.
Okay. So version has, go over here. The version's linked to the product. Here's the product GUID.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have multiple versions. Here's all different versions. And if you sorted it by product ID. Well, there. See these first four here, 5.
Okay.
They're all different versions. So on your end, you would just have to change whenever you update it. Just change the one line, to the new version, and you could add a column for what have we got? Version. I was doing version changes here, but then I kind of dropped it out, but I can add it back in. I think that'd be a really good thing. Have a tab version updates, or I can have it down below here in a table, either way. But just add it on the single line. You got product name, description, put in version notes. Just add it, and then just change it every time that you change version numbers. Keep your version number separate, which you do. Give a version column.
We do, yeah. And it tells you what version you're entitled up to, and so on and so on, that kind of thing. So yeah, we've got all that. It's just we don't send you individual versions. So really, the release notes would be the release notes of the last version.
Right, exactly.
I can do that.
So just
I think I already feed it you.
The release notes?
Let me just take a look, and if not, it'll be a really simple feed. I'll put it on another screen. Oh, actually, we're looking at your screen anyway, but I'll just put it on. Just check the one of the feeds we did earlier. So just
if you send them over, I'll put them in the database and display them so that you can see them right over here.
Just going to do say product versions, so I can see what it brings back. We sent back a release notes. Part of the data feed to you is the version, the release date, the release notes. Now there's no stuff in there, but I can just
Okay. Yeah. Start adding them in.
So I can start putting them in, and you'll get it. You'll automatically get them. If you store them per version, then you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I'm all set up for it. There's the.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Here, so
if
you throw them into your API, that'd be great.
It's in the API, so I'll just actually populate it in the database.
Perfect. Perfect.
Cool. No changes. I don't mind
No
that.
changes. No changes. I look forward to it then. Yeah, just pop them right in.
So that's what
Then
we'll do there, Frank. We'll so from the updated point of view, I need to get up to date and update it then. But yes, basically that's just what we'll do.
Good.
I'll populate it because it's currently in our back-end system. I put them in the template as well and so on and so forth, but I don't put them into our database, which blatantly I should. So I'll get Ben's in tomorrow, so I'll get Ben to actually go through and start putting them all in from the older version. So John, you'll start seeing the data coming through with the next sync.
Perfect. Yeah, excellent.
Yep, cool, no problem.
That'll do it.
That is such a beautiful thing.
That's what happens when people work together. It all falls into place.
It all falls into place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
Andy's
work
is
at
a little
all.
trickier.
Yeah,
We know how to get Andy's updates. You just did it, right? You had to go and log into his website, and then you had to get the serial numbers, unless you already stored them somewhere.
Yeah,
else.
I store them. So, and that's basically I had some problems with doing CapeSoft stuff too. I just wasn't sure how to do it from your program, but I saw all the versions, but it was great. I said, "Oh my God, I'm behind on this one. I'm behind," and I went just online, got them. I did the, because I had my stuff too in another file, so it's no big deal. But and as I did it, I'd come back in to update it, and boom, it would go to the bottom that it was, the status was current or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, installed, and so it was kind of cool. I was just like, oh, look at that. It's
Yeah.
at least on that end.
You should be able to just go to install off any of these and install it.
Okay, so just hit that. I'll try that later on today because I think there's another version of NetTalk out there anyway that I need to.
Yeah, when you hit install, it comes up with this, and then you would just install highlighted because you might have different versions of Clarion, right? Now
Yeah, I do. Right now, I'm just the only thing I added to yours was the Clarion 11.
Okay.
Now
Now this doesn't really do anything so much. It's just remind you what you're doing because we can't select it yet off of everybody's install, but we're going to try and work that out at the CIDC so we can pass this information to the Noyantis installer or the CapeSoft installer, and then that would be automatically selected and just move you that much further down the install.
Right, that's cool. All right, so just install highlighted.
That would be no problem. The next thing, I think the only thing left on my plate from an installer point of view is to make them run silently. So anything that prompts visually, it will take as a parameter. I just need to send you what the parameter list is and obviously rebuild the installers.
Right.
So yeah, you could, if you've got that path, you've got your, say that is C Clarion 10 or C Clarion 10, whatever, then yeah, you just pass me that path and that will be, everything will be on top of that. If that makes sense.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've got no problem. It's actually one of the last things on my to-do list for for this. So, and I know Dave Bratovich also wants silent installers too. So, yeah, it's on the list.
So getting closer.
Yeah.
Very close. So, how do I get the latest updated?
You got to know a guy who knows a guy.
Okay, so I'll work on my updates later, but I won't be able to push them out until John gives me the new update.
You want the one that does the Noyantis stuff, so I'll drop you an exe on that.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. Okay, and Frank, you said you've got a problem. Shall we see your screen?
Yeah, I'm not. Okay.
You sure?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. So you should get a prompt saying show your screen. Okay, got you.
Okay. So I've been working on this. Hang on. So this is one of my programs, and using command bars, and it's really I've been I got it working. So anyway, so I'm ready to throw it out there for my first guy. and I throw it out there, and I get this.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I
that's
tried
a
to put
reg-free com. So you need that side by side, an SXS error side by side. So basically, when you ship it out, let's have a look at you. You must have your thing set to reg-free com.
yeah,
So
I do.
obviously, don't show it on the screen, but you've got your license code compiled in. I take it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I think it's just what you've
Whoops.
shipped. You need to ship.
Sorry, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. Did you want me to open up the program or no?
We can take a quick look. Yeah, just at the your main app, so we can
All
just
right.
see
Well,
the.
okay. Let's. So globals. I'm still on 15.3.1. One of my things this year is to get it up to the latest version, so I'm going to reach
That's
out to
okay.
them. So
15.3.1 works with Reg3Com, so that's no problem. Using Reg3Com, good. And you've got your license. Don't reveal it, obviously, because you're on, but you've got the license compiled in. That's good so far. So I think it's just what you've distributed. Oh, just
Okay.
cancel that. Let's just won't overlook. You just go to global properties.
Okay.
Actions.
Sorry, building. Okay.
And then app, and then manifest. So we can look at the manifest settings. That looks good. If you just untick the link, so we can just check what we've got. Okay, that, and generate your application, please.
All right.
John, are you still there?
Yes.
So they were just saying, we were just saying about CIDC before we came on air and saying about coronavirus, and it's just got a news flash come up saying British Airways and Ryanair, who are like a low-cost local airline, European airline, have cancelled hundreds of flights between the UK, Europe, and US due to coronavirus.
Oh no.
You better not pull this South African one. I'll be most upset.
They just need to just give up. I mean, really, it's just anything they do is not going to stop it. So
They have actually pulled 25% of the flights going to Italy.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know.
So.
We have to take a boat. We have to take a boat.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Slow boat to South Africa. Get on it now.
Yeah, get on it now.
If there was a
Yeah, the
type
thing is,
driver.
like in the U.S., it's like 60,000 people a year die just from the flu. Yeah, it's crazy. People just go crazy over stuff.
I've just been for my my jabs, my inoculations. I better not have just had needles in my arm for no reason.
I'm a little older, so I get my flu shot every year, and I get my pneumonia shot every 5 years or whatever it is. And I just, you're due for this shot. So I feel like it's like my vet. I go to my dog once a year. You know, you need this shot. You need this. All right, just stick me. And then I went to our local pharmacy, CVS. It's a big one. Just to get some, my wife has a cold, of course, she's already freaking out that she thinks it's coronavirus, but it's not, it's just a cold. So I went to get her some hand sanitizer, and it was white. There wasn't a single hand sanitizer in the place. I went to 2 other pharmacies, same thing, they were out. People are just starting to hoard the stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a big.
Well, we'll
Okay.
just discuss what you need to ship with this. So, but
Okay.
the output of this is you're obviously going to get your EXE, and I don't know if it's multi DLL. If it is, you'll need.
No, it's not.
Okay, so
Straight.
single EXE, that's good.
Yeah.
So you'll have the EXE.
Right.
You've got the command bar OCX file, which is
Right.
codejoc.command bar,
Right.
so on and so forth. Then you'll get two manifest files. One is your application manifest, which will include, our template will change it for you and include an extra line, well, some extra lines, pointing to another manifest file, which is extreme command bars dot blah 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 manifest. Basically, you need to ship your exe, the OCX, and the two manifest files. If you're using multiple OCXs like calendar or report control, then
Right.
you would ship
All those.
all of those with their associated manifest files.
Okay. So.
Let's just check this still works, which of course it should do.
Yep.
Cool. So if we look
Okay.
now in your generated folder.
All right. We're going to go to here.
So let's put it in, I suppose, yeah, modified as good as any, I was going to say. But there you can see your extreme command bars manifest.
Right.
And if
Okay.
your application manifest, so your .exe, your fitness, is it fitness.exe? Should be a
Yeah.
fitness, should be a manifest for that. Oh, there it is underneath. And if you look in there, if we can just quickly edit it, you'll see that that will have extra options in there. There you go, dependent assemblies. And you can see that they are calling the area.
Okay.
So you will need to ship that with your application as well.
Okay.
So that's what.
So I can test that right here, right?
Yeah. Copy
We
that
take
and
that.
and the controls, of course. Make sure you got the OCXs.
Right. They're already in there. So copy those into that folder that it doesn't work. I see. I didn't have the other. See now. In this one, it has a license.
Oh
I'll
no,
take
yeah,
those out. But
you don't definitely.
yeah,
don't
I won't ship those. But I was freaking out. I was just putting everything in there. It was just like, okay, let me try this, let me try that, and then of course Google just totally screwed me up.
I was going to say it can be your friend. It can also be your enemy.
Oh, it can be your enemy sometimes. You start reading some of these. Oh my God, look, it worked.
There you go.
Oh. All right, now I know I'm missing some. I forgot to put the little squigglies in, and
I was going to say,
okay.
if you put the little tilde in there, then it will compile them.
Yeah, tilde. That's it. So, yeah, I'm old school, squiggly. I still call it a pound sign. So, anyway, I'm dating myself. But I'm still in the game here.
You are. There you go.
Hey, listen, you just made my day, and I was afraid to ask this because all the research that I did, I was just like, oh my God, this has nothing to do with them. It's got to be something to do, and then when I put it out there,
it's one topic which we're doing the new help stuff, and this will be definitely one of the separate documents. That'll be one of the first ones to go out. A pure write-up just on this, telling you, with an example app, you will need to ship this, this, and this, and so on. So because it's a question that does come up every so often.
And you know me, I've signed up for every one of your trainings. I have all the videos on it. And, but anyway, you just made my whole day. I'm happy.
No problem. Well, like I say, you think of another screen where you think, okay, I want to knock this around and I want to make it look like you saw John's update it, which looks great.
Yeah.
And you see our schedule it, and so on, and Turando. So think of the design that you want to go with. Might not be one of ours. You might think, oh, I like how Excel looks, or I like how whatever looks. Bring a few screenshots to the session. Bring a screen that you want to make it look like that, and we'll use it as a live session.
Yeah. I mean, everything I've worked on, it's I even did the reports. I broke the reports down into like this. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but it's the way I did it. These all have icons on them that obviously I didn't do miscellaneous reports. So I just did them as the pull downs and stuff. And
there's no right or no wrong in any of this. It's whatever you like. I can see that working, because otherwise you'd end up with quite a lot. So I can see that working. So it's whatever look and feel you're going to want to achieve. And that's,
Yeah, and
that's all about
I do want to go to. I really haven't used docking panes a lot, and I've had all kinds of problems with. Literally, I can't tell you how much time I spent on the side menu on the taskbar, shortcut bar, whatever you call it. Just getting it to work with opening up. And believe me, I have gone through, and all of your videos and and I keep replaying them and go, where am I doing it wrong?
Well, that's got to be one of the first sessions then. Let's look at that as a first session.
Yeah, and I do have like a basic program that's broken. And not that I want to. I'm totally in different industries than you are, but I just love the way you've set up your dental practice thing. On the left and with the white, I like that whole look and feel. And
well, we can accomplish that in yours if you like. That's no problem. It's only a mixture. It's like an Outlook type approach which we've taken. So it's not really for dental practice or anything like that. It's really more. We've copied it from Outlook.
Yeah. I mean, the highest form of flattery is theft.
I suppose it is, yeah.
And I've actually, a true story. This program right here, I've had it for 20 years, and like 17, 18 years ago, I go to this trade show, and this guy walks up to me. He goes, "Oh yeah," he says, "We based our whole program on what you've done. We really think it's a great idea." He's the biggest in the industry now. He has 47,000 clients, at $100 a month. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be working till I'm 80. And this guy say, "Yeah, hey mate, good,
thank you.
Nice idea." But then I can't get mad because my whole calendar and stuff, and I also, John, I use what is that old calendar? I forgot.
There was
anyway,
Bo did some time.
No, it's I can't even think of the name of it now. It's but anyway, it's
Time Savers Scheduler.
Time Savers, and I use
both I believe.
Yeah, and I used that, and I worked on it for years. I made it colored and all these things, but I stole the idea from a beauty salon system that had all the hair cutters across the top. And I said, "Hey, what a great idea. I'll just put my trainers across the top." So, I stole it from, the idea from somebody else. So I can't get too pissed at somebody who's now a multi-millionaire because of, my stuff. They just made it look prettier. I still got a better program now.
Okay, well we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll stop right away.
No, sorry.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. And thanks again for all your help, John. Andy, Bruce is not here, but the time you guys spend with us, I leave. I go to every webinar. It's the greatest thing in the world. I can't tell you how much stuff I've learned.
Use our products. I'm sure Bruce is the same. I'm sure Mike's the same. I'm sure all the third party.
Yeah, Mike.
We just want to.
Mike's at a whole different level, though.
There's no point in us creating stuff. I mean, we create them and use them ourselves, obviously, which I'm sure all of us do. But there's no point in us creating them if others and then taking them to market if others aren't going to use them. So it's in our interest. Like I say, for us to turn up and help you to achieve the look and feel that you want to achieve. So it's it's in our interest to do it as well,
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys out there, and
no problem.
Especially
You're
you
welcome.
guys. So
welcome.
Thanks, and good luck. And I've signed up for the
numbers. The numbers are great. Obviously, we want everyone to be there, and as Bruce has said many times, and he's quite right as well. For the sessions, the recordings, and so on. Even if you can't attend, the online for 250 dollars, it's a steal. It really is, because the caliber of the people, Mike and Dries and Bruce himself, and the accounting training. I think, just look at the thing. it's going to be a good one, and the numbers prove it. I mean, the attendance like 115 at the moment. That's not a bad attendance at the moment. John, I'm sure you'll agree that's not a bad turnout for so close to one of the big internationals.
No, of course it's on a whole different continent, so I
Yeah.
think that helps. People who can't normally attend the other one,
Well,
Orlando, are coming.
That was when my point when we were chatting about it, and I chatted with Bruce about it, and I said, you will. It can be difficult with not too many Europeans actually turn up to the actual, the ones in Florida. So, and there's not too many Australians, not too many South Africans in this case. Of right, well, if it's whatever the means, if it's going to be difficult, then take the show on the road to them. Let's do it. Let's flip it on its head and take the show to them, and then it's more accessible for everybody. Makes it fair. That's the idea. So speaking of CIDC, today is the 2nd. So what's that make it? So next Monday is obviously the 9th. Yeah, so the next Monday is the 9th. So we will do a user group meeting on the 9th. But then the 16th and the 23rd, I'm not going to do one on the 16th because I'm going to want to do some prep and spend that time. Maybe, John, that's when me and you can hook up and do our well, no, we'll do it before then actually, but talk about presentations and so on.
Right.
That'd be worth rather than leaving it to the last minute doing some beforehand. But so there will be a user group meeting next Monday, and we'll cover the updates, the calendar update, the command bar update, and if there's anything else before then, we'll cover that too. But then the 16th, there won't be one. The 23rd, there won't be one because I'll be getting ready to travel. I'll be setting off the next morning and so on. So there won't be one then. And of course, the 30th and the 6th will be over in South Africa, so they won't be there. So really, we're going to be going to the Monday the 13th of April. So one next week, and then none until Monday the 13th. So it's probably we'll be missing four weeks. So sorry about that. But it can't be helped. If we take these things on the road, then it means we're out on the road. So
yeah.
But yes, so there will be a youth group meeting next week, but then there will be a break while we prepare for the CIDC 2020 and, of course, attend the event as well.
Great. Totally understood.
So, okay, until next week then. Thank you, everybody. No other questions, I presume, so it all looks good. We shall wrap up and I shall get on with these updates.
Right.
Okay. Speak soon. See you all next week.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.